Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Ajit. Hope you are doing well. So in the previous video we saw that how to configure our backend for those don't want to build the backend. Okay. So in this video we will create the project and run and install all the packages that our project needs, and we will create the project folder structures. Okay. Before doing that, I assume that you have installed your all React Native environments like Android Studio. For iOS, you should have installed Xcode. Okay, don't need for Android developers. Those are only building the Android part. They don't need Xcode. Okay, so I assume that you have already installed all the environment for React Native developments. Okay, if you haven't installed all the environments, so let's see how to install. This is a blog that I will provide this link to my description. You can see here what are the software we need, like Android Studio, Android SDK that is coming with Android ID, okay, then Java and Node.js. Make sure that Java 1.8.0 you have installed. Okay, then Node.js, then npm, it will come with Node.js, then React Native CLI. Okay, so for Windows setup, you have to install the Node.js. Then after you have to install React Native CLI. Okay, that will give us React Native command line tools. Okay, we will install that after few moment. Then you have to install the Android Studio. Here you have to choose the JDK path during the setup of your Android Studio. Then you have to click next, then next, or you have to set up all the things. And in your environment variable, going to advanced system setting, computer advanced system setting, then environment variables, then enter the Android home path. Okay, you have to configure the path. Then you have to paste the SDK path. Okay, SDK path you will find here. This one is your SDK path. So here you have to configure that. Then restart the command prompt to apply the new environment variables. Okay, then we will create project by using this command. We will see later. And you may need Java home. Okay, if you need Java home, then you have to install this path. Okay, the JDK path, this one, you have to copy the path and put in the environment variables with naming Java home. Okay, then for Ubuntu the same thing will be go. Okay, installing all the SDKs and going down. Then you have to set Android home by exporting these things. Okay, by going sudo nano bash rc. In bash rc you have to set these paths. Okay, then for virtual device, this one. So these are the steps to set up React Native for the first time. Okay, if you have already set up React Native project, so you don't need to do that. Okay, so let's get started. So now we will create a folder structure. Before that, make sure that you have installed the React Native CLI. Okay, I have already installed the React Native CLI. Then like this, npm install global, it will install in globally React Native CLI. Okay, like this you have to install. If you are using Mac OS or Ubuntu, you have to put sudo before that. Okay, to get the permission. So I have already installed, so I don't need to install that again. So in the news app directory, I will create the React Native project. So I am opening this with the terminal. Okay, so let's check React Native install or not. So I am putting this command. Okay, you can see React Native install. We can check the version like React Native -v. Okay, you can see 2.0.1. this is our version. Okay, so React Native is installed. So now we will create the project React Native init. Here I will give the name app. Okay, news app. Then I will press enter. This will create our project in this directory. Then after we will install all the dependencies or packages. Then we will create the folder structures, and from the next videos we will design our screens. And we will also build the backend parts. For those want to build the backend parts, we will build the backend parts and use them in our React Native project. Then we will continuously deploy. Okay, after adding some features, this will take some time. So we have successfully created our project. Okay, so let's open this project in VS Code. So I'm going to VS Code, and here I will open the project, like open, and in desktop it is new job, this one. Okay, you can see our project is installed. So let's open the app.js file. Here some pre-installed things are coming. Okay, one more thing, if you don't want to install all these things, okay, you can directly clone the project from my GitHub. Okay, then after cloning the project you can only install the node module, okay, the packages by npm install. Okay, like this. By this, let me show you. On your project directory, just you have to do npm install. Okay, then you are ready to go. Okay, you don't need to follow this tutorial. Okay, you can only see how the things are going on. Okay, if you don't want to do, then directly you can clone and start the project. Okay, so let's install all the dependencies that we need. Then after we will run our project. Okay, so here I am clicking control tilde operator, okay, to open the terminal. And here I will write all the packages that in our project we will need in our project. And here I will write all the packages that we need in our project. So these are the packages that we need. Okay, I will provide these packages in description. Okay, like the first one, let's see the first one, React Native app intro slider. Okay, this will be the app intro slider. And then React Native extended style sheet. Okay, this package we will write the styles of our project. Like for every screens there will be one style file, style.js file. So the advantage of using React Native extended style sheet over React Native style sheet is that we can send variables and do lots of operations. Okay, so we will use React Native extended style sheet. Then React Native model. For model we will use React Native model. Then React Native render HTML. To show the HTML we will use React Native render HTML. Then React Native simple toast. For the toast, React Native size matters. Okay, this package will help us to manage the responsiveness of our applications. Okay, then React Native snack bar, it is used to display the snack bar. Then React Native snap carousel. Okay, carousel, we will use carousel in our home screen. Then there we will display the news in the carousel slider. Okay, then for the Redux we will install React Redux. Then Redux persist. Okay, we will use Redux persist to persist the stored data in the Redux. Okay, then Redux thunk, we will use this middleware to convert our action in function. Okay, then if it will be used for validation thing. Okay, form validation, we will see that. Then Axios, we will use Axios for to send the request, API request. Okay, network request. Then Formic, it is also like if okay, for the form validation things, okay. Then moment will be used to format the date, okay. So now I am hitting enter. So all the packages we need that will be installed. Then after some 3 or 4 packages that we'll need to install, that need some extra setup, okay, we will do that. Some issues are happening, let me install again, okay. You can see here all the packages that installed, okay, everything is installed here. Now we will install some React navigation packages, okay. So I'm going to my browser and here I am searching. So here I am typing React Native Navigation, and we will install all the packages that are required for React Native Navigation. So I am reading the documents. Then so we need to install this, that is React Navigation Native, okay. And in VS Code I am pasting here, okay. Then we will install these packages that React Navigation need these packages, okay. So we need to install these all packages. So after install of this, we will install that. Then we will install React Navigation Stack to create navigation stacks, and then after we will install the bottom tabs, okay. Then we will install one more package, that is React Native Vector Icons, okay. We will install and set up these. And one more thing, if you don't want to install all these things, okay, you can directly clone this project from my GitHub link, and you can install npm install. Then the project is ready, okay. Then I will paste all the necessary things that React Native needs for navigation, okay. Then after we will install the React Native stack. So let's see the package React Native Vector Icons, okay, that we will install after this navigation. Vector Icons, okay. So let's open this one, the npm, okay. Here we will install this package, so I'm copying this. So here we will install this package React Native Vector Icon. So this needs some extra setup, okay, for iOS, okay. We will do after running the iOS application, after doing some things, okay. Okay, so for Android we will copy this one to the app build gradle, okay. We will do it later. So our install is completed. Now we will install the navigation stack and the bottom tabs, okay. I will install now React navigation slash stack. This package is to create the navigation stacks for the from the navigation 5. There we need to create the stacks, okay. Then we will install the React navigation bottom tabs, okay, bottom tabs, okay. Then hit enter. So now I am copying this package React Native Vector Icons, okay, that we will install now. Okay, now I am pasting the React Native Vector Icon package, okay. This package we will install for to use the icons in our application. Then I will copy the setup things that we need to put in app build Gradle, okay, for Android, and for iOS that will be different. I will show you when we will run the iOS application. Okay, I have copied this one. Then in the Android app, then the Gradle. So here it have written that we have to edit in the app build Gradle, okay, not Android build Gradle. Okay, so I need to paste here. Okay, this is for vector icons. Okay, so we have installed all the packages, and later we will install one or two more packages when we will start developing. Okay, so let's run the project now. Let's see our project is running or not. Okay, I have attached my Android device to the laptop. Okay, if you don't have any Android device, then you can run in the Android virtual devices. Okay, then I'm clicking here enter. Okay, Metro server started. This is React version 0.64. Our Gradle is building here. You can see that I got an error after running the project. Here the error is SDK location not found. Okay, define location with an SDK root. Okay, this means that if you have perfectly set up the Android SDK root, then there will be no issue. In my system it may not be perfectly set up. Okay, so if you are getting this issue, then you have to do one thing. Open your Android Studio. Okay, from the Android Studio we will get the SDK path. So I'm clicking here SDK manager. Okay, configure SDK manager. You can directly open from the project. Okay, so here we will copy the path, SDK path. Okay, then now I'm closing this. Okay, then we will go inside Android directory. Here we will create one file, that is local dot properties. Okay, here all the local properties, like now we will give the SDK directory. Okay, here we will add SDK. Here I will paste the location of our SDK dot directory, then equal to I will paste the location. Okay, that is fine. You have to do like this. For Windows the location will be different, and for Linux also the location path will be different. Okay, so I'm opening again the terminal. So let's run the project now. Let's see our project is running or not. Okay, I have attached my Android device to the laptop. Okay, if you don't have any Android device, then you can run in the Android virtual devices. Okay, then I'm clicking here enter. Okay, now our project is running. You can see, if you have some if your system having some issue during the setup. Okay, like if you have forgotten to set up your Java home path, okay, then you will face some issue. The build will be failed. Okay, same in case of SDK setup, build will also fail. Okay, so our project is successfully built and it run on my device. Okay, so let's see my device. Okay, this is my device. Here the bundling are started. Okay, if you are getting issues, then please write down in the comment box. I will try to resolve the issues. After bundling of our application, we will then create the folder structures. Okay, then from the next video we will start designing some screens like login, register. Before that we need to add the stacks. Okay, we will add the some stacks, and we will also create the bottom stack, this bottom stack of the application. Okay, we will create that. Yes, you can see now, welcome to React Native. Okay, these texts are written in the app.js file. Okay, the default screen is that. Okay, so we successfully run our application with all the packages. Okay, this is for the Android part. For those want to set up the iOS part, then I will further discuss about that. Okay, the next video series. So now we will do the folder structures. Okay, we will create the folder structures. Okay, so in the root there will be one src file. Okay, that is the source file. Here all our codes, assets. Okay, here we will put inside source. We will create another folder called assets. Okay, here all the images, the asset files will be stored here. Okay, then we will create one component folder. Okay, in components folder all the component we will create here will be stored. Then one API folder. Okay, the API endpoints will be stored here. Then one navigation folder. Okay, all the navigations will be stored here, like the stacks and the bottom stacks. Okay, then screens for all the screens like home, favorite, notification, account, all the screens will be stored here. Then one more, that is Redux. Okay, all the Redux things will be stored here. Inside that we will add one actions. Okay, Redux actions will be stored here. Okay, if you don't know about Redux, I will explain further. Okay, just now we will creating the folder structures. Then inside that there will be reducers. Okay, then one more constants folder we will create. Okay, here all the constants file will be stored, like the colors. Okay, everything, base URL, everything we will store here. Okay, so this will be our folder structure. From the next video we will create some stacks. Okay, all the screens we will create, then we will add to them in the stack, and also we will build the bottom stack. Okay, so now let's end this video. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.